Based on Hussain Zaidi's and Jane Borges' hard-hitting book Mafia Queens of Mumbai, Gangubai Kathiawadi chronicles Ganga's rise to power and fame from a demure small-town girl in Gujarat to undisputed queen of Kamathipura in Mumbai. But here goes the video review. Women invitingly standing at the doorstep of a kota in the bustling bylanes of South Mumbai's infamous red light area, Kamathipura. This is a scene that is real, tragic and dramatic. Director Sanjay Leela Bhansali's film Gangubai Kathiawadi, set entirely against this gritty backdrop of Mumbai, tells the story of many a young women who were sold off to these brothels for a few hundred solely through the eyes of its protagonist Gangubai, which is of course Alia Bhatt. Now it's sometime in the early 1950s or 1960s, because the exact time is not told in the film, but this is a time when a starry-eyed and naive Ganga is conned by her own lover, Ronak, played by Varun Kapoor, who brings her to Mumbai to become a heroine in Bollywood. But what turns out, and the truth as we all know, is that Ganga, who later re-christens herself as Gangu and eventually becomes Gangubai, ends up becoming the heroine of Kamathipura instead. Over the years, Kamathipura becomes her home, the brothel girls, her family, and all of Kamathipura her domain. But her journey is fraught with challenges, opponents, and a social stigma that brings out the fighter within her. Now it's an engaging real-life premise that has enough ammo to build the central character and gradually show her transformation. And it's an Alia Bhatt show all the way. It takes a while to get used to seeing an otherwise bubbly and boisterous Alia playing the boss lady of a world full of brothels, but the actress puts in more than 100% to make her character believable. Even with a build-up that leaves a lot of loose ends, Alia Bhatt succeeds in making us root for Gangubai. Her accent gets a little uneven at times, but she makes it up with her expressions and an endearing screen presence. Her costumes and makeup have the right amount of restraint for us to take her seriously, and also find her equally charming. The downside is that none of the other characters get much chance to shine. Ajay Devgn plays a powerful cameo as the reasonable Rahim Lala and is aptly cast for the role. Character actors like Seema Pahwa, Vijay Raz and Jim Sarb try to deliver a strong performance, but their characters are either very cliched or too cursory. Debutant Shantanu Maheshwari as Gangubai's love interest Afshan is a refreshing find. They have some moments between them that are good. Sanjay Leela Bhansali drives his narrative much like the book, with each challenge and episode moving like a chapter. But there is just too much packed into the film, making it a drag in parts. From a half-baked love story to an insipid clash between Gangubai and Raziabai, which is played by Vijay Raz, that isn't exactly explosive or entertaining as we had expected it to be. And from giving us a glossed-over peek into the lives of the sex workers to fighting for their rights, the screenplay is a hodgepodge of just too many plot lines. Sanjay Leela Bhansali's music is relevant for the film's subject and the setting. Each song is masterfully picturized, but the soundtrack isn't half as catchy as most of his previous outings. They also add to an already long runtime. Although what does stay on our minds are his grand sets and grey tones that bring alive the bittersweet vibe of the life in Kamathipura. Now, Gangubai Kathiawadi is surely not Sanjay Leela Bhansali's finest, but it is Alia Bhatt's best performance till date. Her hard work and dedication to relive Gangubai's unknown feats and struggles shines on the screen, despite the canvas being a bit too sanitized for those seeking a real peek into the life of a sex worker. So if you're seeking a real peek into Gangubai's life, also known as Mumbai's Mafia Queen, then you will definitely be left yearning for more. But even with whatever is packed into this drama, there are enough moments that will draw you into this world where nights seem endless and the lights never fade. So that's my review, guys. What is your take on Gangubai Kathiawadi? If you have watched it, then please let me know what your review is, or if you're gonna wait it out till it drops on Netflix, or if there's anything else on your mind. As always, please let me know in the comments. Connect with me on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter. It's at the rate Ronak Kotecha. It's at the rate Reviewron and Ronak Kotecha on Twitter. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you've already subscribed to this channel. But as always, even if you don't do any of these things, thank you so much for watching this one. Please take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.